Hi, greetings to all of you. Today we are going to see about classes, objects and inheritance in Python. So Python is very easy to learn and we have to learn the basics in order to become a good programmer in Python. So that's why I am going to give a video on how to create classes, objects and functions as well as inheritance in Python. So okay, let's start the coding part. For doing this, first of all, we have to create a class. Class is an encapsulation of attributes and the functions. You can declare a function inside the class and you can make use of it for your programming. So for doing that, you have to make use of the keyword class followed by space. Then you can give any user defined name to your class. Then we have to keep semicolon in order to make the indentation. Indentation is nothing but there will be a space of tab followed by the semicolon in order to show that the particular lines written after that are belonging to that particular class. Then the first step in creating a class would be creating the initiate function, which is used to initiate a class. So for doing that, we have to call def space underscore underscore init underscore underscore. Then within that you have to call the self object. Self object is must and you can give any name to it like self or else first object or else anything, any user defined name you can give instead of self, which is used to say that the particular attributes belong to that particular class. So then the attributes like name, age or any values you can which you are passing to your function or the class. So in order to say that name and age belongs to that particular class, you have to write it as self dot name equal to name, then self dot age equal to age. So whenever you call the keyword self, it says that it inclusively has the values of the name and age within itself. So self dot age equal to age. Okay, so the next step could be we have to create the function for which the class is created, followed by the initiate function. So for creating another one function also I am making use of the keyword def, then some user defined name for my function is printing, then I am just passing the attribute self, which inclusively has the values of name and age attributes within it. Then I am writing some statements under the function like a print hi, my name is, the value passed within the name parameter. So in order to concatenate a string I am using the plus symbol. Then call the name using self object self dot name. So this self object is used to initiate the class. Then and my age is self dot age. So this age will be some integer value, so we have to convert it into a string. So I am making use of the function str for converting it to string. Then self dot age. Now the step could be like if you want to write some more functions you can write inside this class. Then in order to access the parameters, attributes or functions from the particular class, you have to create one object. Object is nothing but it is an instance of a class which will allow you to access the parameters and functions from that particular class. So I am giving some user defined name for my object as obj. So the syntax for creating an object is object name equal to class name. So while creating the object itself, you can pass the values to its parameters. Here it is name and age. I am passing the values as ABC and 25. So ABC for the parameter name and 25 for the parameter age. Then by making use of the object obj, you can call the function under that class trial. Now if we execute this code, it will straight away write the output which is written under as a statement inside the function printing from the class trial. So it's very easy, right? Okay, now let's move into inheritance. So inheritance is nothing but making use of some properties from our ancestors or from our older age people. Same like for programming also, there will be one parent class and there will be one child class. The child class will make use of the properties like parameters or functions from its parent class. So now I am going to create my child class as trial underscore child. For this also we have to pass some parameters and we have to create some functions. So in order to say that trial is my parent class, I have to put the parent class name inside the braces. Same for a parent class, create the initiate function in order to initiate the class. Then the next statement could be you have to call the superclass. Superclass and parent class are the same. So in order to say that that is a parent class, we are making use of the keyword super and braces. Then we have to initiate that superclass, that is nothing but our parent class within the child class also. Then as usual you have to pass the attributes for the parent class. So I am passing one more attribute called as occupation within my child class. Then same as like that, just declare the occupation parameter for the child class. Here I am going to make use of only occupation. So now I am going to create one function for this child class as well. Let me name it as details. Then pass the self parameter within this details function. I am writing one statement for this details function as print my occupation is so in order to differentiate the output from a child class, I am giving one print statement as like this. Now let's create an object for the child class as well. So while calling the object obj, it will call the properties of the parent class, and while calling the object underscore child, it will call the properties of the child class trial child. Same like parent class, we have to pass the values for our child class as well. So the child class has one more variable called as occupation. So for that also we have to pass the values. And no need to pass a value for self because this object is used to initiate that particular class. Now I am calling the function details from my child class using the object underscore child. Okay, now let's execute this. So this error is due to I have mentioned the occupation as occupation. Actually I have to mention it as self.occupation within my details function. Fine, right? So I will show you how to make use of the function from a parent class inside a child class. For that you can simply call the keyword superior dot the function from your parent class. Sorry, super dot the function from your parent class. This printing function is from the parent class trial, so I am calling it using the keyword super. Now let us execute this. So you can notice that the line hi my name is ABC and my age is 25 is displayed twice because it is one time for the parent class and another one time for the child class. So I hope you could understood why the keyword super is used here. So you also viewers, you can share this video with any Python aspirant or the beginners who are starting their Python programming, and also for the people who are already experienced in it, so in order to refresh their knowledge. I hope this video would be very useful to you for doing any programming stuffs. So thank you for watching this video, and kindly subscribe to my channel Priyanka Data Science and Cookery for a lot more updates in data science, and also for cookery if you are interested in cookery. So thank you and meet you again.